Hey guys, happy Monday. Supposed to have a meeting with my boss today, and he's like, yeah, like whenever I asked him last week, he's like, yeah, I'll be back in town Monday, we'll talk then. Monday, nothing. And I just feel like that's like one of the worst parts about employers now. It's like they expect the highest level of respect in all scenarios, but they don't give you like even just, that's basic cordiality. I'm not sure if that's a word, but it is now. But whatever, I don't even care at this fucking point. I really don't fucking care. I'm so sad. I went outside today to feed the chickens before I left for work, and I noticed that one of the little chicks was missing, and it's the only one that's a cool color. It's a little black one, and I just thought it was so funny. Like today, that was like the first thing I kind of experienced. And on Friday, I asked my coworker, the only one I like, I was like, what are you gonna do this weekend, bro? And he was like, on Saturday, he's like, have you heard of an artist called Little Blackie? And I was like, no. And it's funny because he's a little black boy. So I was like, is this a setup? But I was like, no. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go see him in Tacoma Saturday. And I was like, oh, that's so cool, man. And so then this morning, Little Blackie goes missing, and my coworker doesn't show up for work today. I was just like, the blacks in my life are all gone. But I worked so hard today, and that's just the thing. Like, that's why I want to ask for a raise, because like I am working harder and harder, and there's nothing. And my coworker, aforementioned coworker, his job is like quite a bit easier than mine. Like, he doesn't have to deal with phone calls, emails, reaching out to customers, talking to other people in corporate, like none of that. And I do, and currently right now we're making the same amount of money because he started a little bit before I did. So he hit his year, he's at 22. I started at 22, I guess that means that he started at 20. But it's still like, I want to tell my boss, but I don't know if I can say, or if I should say, but it's like at no point should me and this boy should me and someone in my position be making the same amount of money. At no point. I don't care if he's been here, unless he's been here like 2 years more than I have, somebody in my position. It's just retarded. I don't know. I really don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm annoyed, and I guess that's kind of a good thing, because like I want to go in there like no bullshit, dude. Like, one, I don't want this to be a fucking 2-hour long thing. I swear to God, every time I have to talk to this guy, to my boss, it's literally a 2-hour endeavor. And it's like, I don't know how, but I need to like say to him in the beginning, I want this to be a quick thing, dude. I want this to be a fucking 20-minute thing tops. But really, I'm asking you for more money. 5 is the number I'm putting out there. I'm gonna give you some time to think about it. Let's circle back, and in a day or so, and see if where we can meet. But like, this does not need to be a fucking. And I'm not gonna get pulled into the weeds of my existential stability there. Like, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I hardly want to bring up shipping boy. I'm gonna try really hard not to, but I never really know what I'm gonna say in any given scenario, so kind of at a disadvantage there. I don't know, But anyway, this past weekend, we picked up our cow on Saturday that we had butchered a couple weeks ago. We picked them up, 750 pounds of meat. So we are going carnivore. We're going back to carnivore. And I'm so excited because, like, more so than the weight, which is insane, because I feel like I'm probably back up to my highest weight of like 170, 172. More than that, I have no fucking energy. I have no fucking energy, man. Like, and I don't, 50% of it is it's not my diet, it's my work. I am working so hard for 8 straight hours, 5 days a fucking week. Like, this is unsustainable for the female body. It's just, to be this consistent, it's not conducive to the monthly hormonal changes, right? We have a spring, summer, fall, winter, and like this week it's my fucking fall. Next week it's gonna no, I guess next week would be my fall. So I don't know, energy wise, I just know, like, from here I'm gonna basically start going down until it's just I don't know, like, they want women in the workforce, but it's like, you can't treat us the same. We can't treat us the same. And for those people who are like, you're a feminist though, isn't this what you want? You want fucking equality? There's no girl on this earth living right now that would be out in the streets like the real feminists that were out in the streets. Those bitches, one, were rich cunts, all right? They had a lot of fucking money, and it wasn't so much that they wanted to work. They weren't like, oh, let me work in the mills, let me work in the mine shafts. No, they were like, let me run my fucking business like my fucking brother and dad, because I want to be a trillionaire too. Like, there's no feminists on earth, guys, that you can blame, that you can be like, haha, you got what you wanted. No, you could find the most ardent feminist right now, and I guarantee you, she wouldn't be in the streets putting her neck on the line to work fucking 40 hours a week. No, like the bitches of 100 or so years ago. No, those bitches were nefarious. Those bitches were being paid to go outside. Like that whole thing with the smoking, the bitches that went out smoking, like arm in arm, smoking cigarettes or something. They were paid by Philip Morris, okay? Like, they were not, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I think that's just a huge thing that people need to realize is, like, there is no such thing as a real feminist nowadays. And if she says she is, if she swears she is, if she's like, no, if we didn't have the right to fucking vote, I would fucking chain myself to the gate in front of Washington, D.C. Okay, that's you, bitch. That's you. And you're barely old enough to vote, so you don't even really, like, I don't think it should be an age thing or a male or female thing that allows you to vote. I think it should be, do you fucking understand how basic economics works? Do you fucking understand that no matter which party is in, out of the two that were basically allotted, they basically do not at all represent the bottom 80% of people at this point, and for a long time now, it's been a corporatocracy where corporate interests vastly outweigh, and I'm talking corporate interests including other countries, because that's all a country is a corporation. The United States of America is a corporation. Israel is a corporation. So unless and until real people start to get votes like, let's say, Israel does, no, like, this is not what you think it is. And again, for the billionth time, there is no feminist today that would demand, like, if we didn't have feminism, there's no girl on this earth today, aka feminist, who would demand that her and her sisters, me included, have to work fucking 40 hours a day. No, they would, more likely than not, in your real life, in my real life, I'm gonna meet a girl who's like, I would like our money to actually be worth something, so that there's even a possibility of me being able to meet a regular dude out in the world who could support me and the child we have, a child we can actually, think of as a possibility that doesn't bury us economically, that doesn't estrange us from our child within the first, because we don't even have fucking maternity leave in this country. We don't have it at all. And that's fine, because really, when a child is born, it should spend its first 6-7 years with its mother, primarily speaking. Right? We're all very much, I think, increasingly aware of the fact that public school is basically it's just daycare. It's minor care. It's not teaching them anything. Kids are and have been graduating illiterate. Why are any of us, whether we have a home or not, paying for that? Because we're paying through like in my state here in Washington, a good chunk of it goes to the school. When you buy weed, a good chunk of, a third of like the tax that's on it, which I think it's like a 30% tax. So 10% of all the money bought from weed sales here goes to schools or something like that. The lottery, blah, 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 blah. Okay, those things, anytime you go to the store, there's somebody buying a lotto ticket. That thing is fucking constantly fucking, going. Weed, always 3 cars out there. All right, like we're just giving money to these places that are misallocating it. I don't know if it's going to the school people, the people, like, the whatever school board. There's some serious money laundering going on there. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. But the school district is no longer something that we should be supporting monetarily speaking. I think everybody should have to teach their own fucking kids, and or people need to band up together and like pay teachers that they have vetted themselves to teach their kids. Like, I'm tired of all these parents not knowing what the fuck is going on with their kids, whether it be regarding school or otherwise. Okay, there's so many fucking parents who their kid has a totally separate life online and they have no fucking idea. Okay, there's so many little girls, little boys even, who are being groomed and their parents have no fucking idea. I've even heard now, unrelated but related, that like people are sending their 5-year-olds to kindergarten, and they're fucking, this child who is 5 or 6 years old, that's how old you have to be to go to kindergarten, isn't even potty trained yet. Okay? No kid should not be potty trained by the time they're fucking 3 or 4. Maybe if they have a developmental thing or something like that, physiological, I don't know, physical thing. But by and large, every kid leaving their parents' home for school needs to be able to say, I need to make. All right? Everything is just so stupid. Everything is just so stupid. I just don't understand it. Like, how could we just be so fucking stupid, man? Like, people have no personal, standards. There's no personal standards anymore. There's no fucking boundaries. And maybe one precedes the other. I don't know, man. I can't think about it. I'm fucking 2 miles from the house. I can't unpack that right now. But I don't know, if your life is shit, you need to think like, am I holding myself up to high enough standards? Are my boundaries out of control? Do I have boundaries? Like with my work and stuff like that? Like, I don't know, my work, like, it's just, the day they're like, we need you to do mandatory overtime, I'm going to be like, you're going to have to pay me double then. Because I'm not fucking doing this shit for $33. Okay, I need rest. I need fucking rest. I cannot do this job more than 5 days a week, more than 8 hours a day. You're out your damn mind. At that point, I think I will quit. I do not do mandatory overtime. I have never done mandatory overtime. I will never do mandatory overtime. Suck my fucking dick. Unless you're fucking buying me lunch that day, lining me up with snacks, paying me double time, forget it, dude. I cannot. My life is already being pushed to the max, dude. We're in the red. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. I have a life. I have a house. I have a man. I have things I need to do, have to do, that are not getting done because I'm fucking working too fucking much. And I'm just not gonna be like so many other people where it's just like, okay, yeah, I'll just do it at the expense of, again, my house, my home, my sanity. Like, you don't pay me enough to hire a house cleaner 1 day a week. I don't know how much a house cleaner would be. It wouldn't be that much. My house isn't like trashed or anything, but boyfriend is in the driveway. I better go. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.